Alright, boys. Today I am going to make the first episode in a series that I will call the Blackpill Dating Protocols. This series is meant to serve as a comprehensive guide for all men to navigate dating after years of watching YouTube videos, reading books, and personally dating women. I don't exactly have a plan of how many videos this will be, but let's start with the first thing you need to know. Does she like me? That's rule number one, and if you have to ask, the answer is no. When a woman likes you, you will know without any doubt. Now, it is not that simple, I hear you say, and I agree. You may not know all the details of how you can tell a woman likes you or not. Some women will just say it. Some will show it, and some will test the waters. My point is that no matter how she does it, you will know without a doubt that she does like you. It is imperative that you figure out if she likes you as soon as possible. Why is that? Firstly, women love attention from any and all men. Looks do not matter. They will accept attention from any man whether they like him or not, especially through a digital means like dating apps. It's only in person where some women may take offense to a sub-5 approaching them. Secondly, you don't want to waste time on women who do not like you, which will be most women. As soon as you have figured out if she doesn't like you, you should move on. Immediately. Instantly. It'll probably feel like whiplash for most of you because you will, I'm sure most men do this, where they try to cling on to something that doesn't exist. As soon as you have been able to infer that she does not like you, any doubt, just move on. Now, can I make a woman like me? No. No, there is nothing, absolutely nothing you can do to make a woman like or dislike you. It's either on or it's off. Now, what about icks, I hear you say? There are no icks if she likes your face. I want to make it very clear. If you take nothing else away from this video, you cannot do anything to fix your dating life. There is no problem to solve. This is what is meant by it being a numbers game. If the numbers don't work, you go on to the next equation. If the woman doesn't like you, go on to the next. It is not your fault if a woman doesn't like you. I'll say it again for the boys in the back. It is not your fault if a woman doesn't like you. Do not take rejection as a sign of your personal failure. I don't care if you're fat. I don't care if you smell like shit. Women will tolerate anything and everything to be with a man they find attractive. I promise you. Can't I make myself more attractive? Yes, of course you can. But this is not a zero-sum game. Not every woman likes thin men, not every woman likes fat men, and not every woman likes fit men, etc. Nature is designed to accommodate a variety of niches. By soft or hard looks maxing, you are ultimately only changing the spectrum of women that like you, not necessarily the amount. It is very easy to obsess over these things. That's why there are channels dedicated to looks maxing. It's a rabbit hole with no end in sight because ultimately you're just swapping out one niche for another. And there are thousands of niches. My one advice for any sort of looks maxing is that you must accept what your genetics are. For example, I will never look like a bodybuilder. It doesn't matter how much I eat. It doesn't matter how much I work out. I will always look relatively skinny. Even if I am fit, I have pecs, I have a six-pack. With a shirt on, I'm always going to look skinny. It's just what it is. I will not look good or better with certain hairstyles or a lack of facial hair, in my case. Research shows that your body is capable... Jesus. Research what your body is capable of, by all means, and then work with it, not against it. Your body is not a blank canvas. It is a template. Just remember that everything you change, you are not increasing the odds of attraction. Realistically, you are changing the spectrum of women who will find you attractive. Work within your niche that your genetics best fit into. That's my advice. How do I know if a woman likes me? That is a topic full of nuance, but also hard lines. I will do my best to give a comprehensive answer without going into every edge case. If I miss something, please leave a comment and I will address it. Most interactions with women start online, whether on social media or dating apps, so I'll be focusing on those spaces. Does she message you first? Does she ask you questions? Or does she move the interaction forward towards a physical date? Any of these actions are signs that she likes you. It may not be as obvious as her asking you out, but if she is asking what you're looking for, she likes you. If she's learning more about you, she likes you. Does she use emojis in her responses? Any emoji is a good emoji. Women love that shit. Does she do what you tell her to? This is a big one, and this is also probably the quickest way for you to find out if a woman likes you or not. If you give her your number and tell her to text you so you can figure out a time for a phone call, which you should always have a phone call before a first date, does she just do it? Or does she make an excuse? I don't care what she says about safety. I don't care if she says she doesn't know you well enough and she wants to get you to know you first on text. No, it's bullshit. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Don't fucking listen to it. Any woman who did not do what I said did not go on a date with me. That's 100% failure rate. Not even really that it's a failure, but 100% of women that just did not do the phone call did not go on a date with me. It doesn't matter how I tried to accommodate her. It doesn't matter that I assured her of her safety, or I tried to get to know her through text, which is useless and pointless. If she isn't jumping at the thought of texting you and then doing a phone call with you, she does not like you. And nothing you do will change that. I emphasize, 100% of women that did not just do what I fucking told them, we didn't go on a date. Nothing happened. Didn't get anywhere with them. 100%. And that's most women, by the way, that I interact with in general. It doesn't go anywhere. So my first and only girlfriend did not argue or create any obstacles when we first interacted online. And we met through a dating app. And I told her to text me using my phone number. She did. I told her to have a phone call with me before deciding on a date. And she did. In fact, on the first date, her Uber app wasn't working. She didn't own a car. And I suggested I pick her up. She said yes. No complaints. No obstacles. If she argues, deflects, denies, move on. I've never, not once, had a woman say any form of no or maybe and have it turn into a date. I know, it will feel so close, but I promise you there is nothing you can do if she is not saying yes. There is no argument for your face. Why do you do the phone call before the date? Why do I suggest that? Number one, it confirms it's a woman. Number one. Number two, you can learn a lot about someone from even a 5-minute phone call than 500 text messages. I know a lot of you have interacted with me on Discord, and a lot of you have an idea of who I am just from those messages on Discord, but then you see a video, or sometimes I use voice notes on Discord, and you're like, oh, wow, he's totally different than I thought he would be. Same with that. You can learn a lot about someone in 5 minutes. Even if you're not socially very aware of things, there's just a whole lot of information that you're missing when it's just text on a screen. That's not how humans are meant to communicate. Number three, it gives you a more accurate reading as to whether she likes you or not, both in her cooperation to make the phone call happen and in her responses to your conversation during the phone call. I would say guarantee you, most women you talk to on the phone before the first date, you will not actually go on a first date with them. Either because they'll say no, or they're not sure, or you won't want to date them. Because you'll learn about them and you'll find out they're just not for you. Now, women change their mind all the time. One moment she might like you, and the next she doesn't. I don't care the reason. Your only question whether you interact with a woman at any given time, at any given moment, no matter what your current relationship with her is, strange or girlfriend, is does she like me? It is the only important question at any given moment. What do I do when she doesn't like me? You move on. I don't care if she's a stranger or you've been dating for 3 years. You tell her to like you or you will leave. You tell her to treat you right or you will leave. It is your discretion as to how much patience you will offer her to correct herself, but the reality is, once she disrespects you once, she'll probably do it again. Just saying. If she doesn't like you, there's no point of interacting with her for any reason. I know that female attention can be addicting, just like male attention is addicting to women. Go talk to an AI. You'll have way more fun with an AI. I'm not even talking about like a sex bot AI. Just literally just go talk to ChatGPT or something. You'll literally feel better. You're probably just suffering from some loneliness, which is fair, which is fine. But talking to a woman is not going to do anything good for you, I promise. Unless she was going to suck your dick in the future. But if that's not on the table, move the fuck on. And I'm not even just talking about casual sex with that. Just if there's no possibility for a relationship with a woman, I don't know why you'd interact with her. Now, why do you want to get to a date so fast? She might like your looks online, but photos, even unfiltered, are different than the physical person standing in front of you. She might not like your physical presence, your smell, your mannerisms. You want to get a date as soon as possible because until the date, nothing really matters. It doesn't matter how many messages you send. I've written essays with women through text. I've had 3-hour-long phone calls with women. I don't recommend doing phone calls for 3 hours, by the way. You should be able to figure out if she likes you or not within about 20 minutes tops, and then set the date from there. Not that it's a problem if you went for, say, an hour or so, but other than that, wouldn't recommend 3 hours, because I have done that, and no, I didn't get a date out of it. No. Now, if at the end of the date, she does not want your dick, even on the first date, there will not be a second date. I speak from experience on this one. Every woman that I could have gone on a second date with, and some that I did, they wanted my dick on the first date. There was foreplay on the first date. I've only ever gotten the opportunity for a second date. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. Sorry. I do have a script for this video, for the most part, but I am bouncing off sometimes. I'm sure you could tell when I do that, but there you go. Now, this does not mean you have to fuck her on the first date. In fact, I would never recommend having sex on the first date. I've never done it, and I wouldn't recommend it. In fact, you probably want to be slower than her when it comes to the first time you have sex. Why is that? Because it shows her that she's not in a position to negotiate anything. She holds no power over you. Relationships are a power dynamic. Throughout this video, surely you've probably heard some of this kind of stuff from red pillars. It's not that they're wrong, it's that they're usually lacking in the full picture. But power dynamics are just part of relationships, and you want to always be in the position of power, not as some sort of game or anything like that, but just simply because it benefits you as the man in that position. And it benefits her in the position to be in less power. Now, when we're talking about power dynamics, red pill types will often conflate power dynamics with the word confidence because they're usually not really interested in the subject matter. They're interested in grifting more than anything else. But confidence is really a matter of who holds more power. You can only be confident in situations in which you hold power. That's just the truth. Anything else is arrogance. That's the difference. Now, a bit of personal experience with my first and only girlfriend that I've ever had, who is now an ex, and for the record, I ended that relationship. My ex would always compliment my looks first, and then something else. It was always how handsome I was, how sexy I was, before how intelligent I was, or how sweet I was. Looks, looks, looks. I think I'll leave this video here. Ultimately, I could ramble and talk at length on any topic in this video series, probably endlessly, because the nuance runs deep. However, the end result is cut and dry. The most important question was the one I wanted to answer first. Does she like me? That is ultimately the only question that matters when dealing with a woman at any point in time. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that you can do to change it one way or the other. See you in the next one, gentlemen.